Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. Now Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. On play action, here's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
What now?
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Start out here, second and 11. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. takes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards to just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On play action, now Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Carr now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. In the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts him in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, ready? On the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight.
The ball comes out, and the Dolphins have got it. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Second and short now following the fumble. The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jayon Brown able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Tua on 4th down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to pass. Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Two are going to try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. Now a play fake. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Down right around the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And they're going to they get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Now Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Play action. Now it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, 66 yards. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 35 on second down, Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Back to throw here. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. That would